Welcome to part 2, everyone. Let's get started. Guys, we're healing from extremism energy, and it's going to help us with healing from the devil energies. It's going to help us. It's going to help us to surrender something. Let's see what we're going to surrender. All right. Surrender procrastination. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. And we know we're moving out of sloth mode, and we need to know the difference between honoring the feminine and rest and rejuvenation, and then being in sloth mode and just never applying the masculine. We need to know the balance. So we're going to surrender to creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. This is being open to all the ways in which we're going to receive, perceive, and achieve. And it has to do with surrender to full power and surrender to receiving support and love. Surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in, rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Surrender to your full power. Your life is calling for you to step in your full power rather than playing it small. And this is Sagittarius energy. This is it. The staff is in her hand. The bow is in her hand. She's ready to go. Guys, we're also surrendering unhealthy relationships right now. We're letting go of relationships that don't serve us, including unvaluable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. And that's why we're calling this in. Many of us have been calling this in for a minute. And we're meeting people that are going to New Earth with us in one way or another. Okay? Now, we know that our ancients and ancestors have been speaking to us through dream time. Let's see. Let's just get a message and see what it's connected to. So that's how we started things off. What is this connected to? What is this connected to? Okay. What is this connected to? Maybe I'll do a little music. Yeah, singing is not my forte. But magic is. Hello, baby. Look, La Luna's here. Shift your focus to a positive view. We are all interconnected, linked by magic, by a magic thread. Believe in yourself. You have magic in you. Guys, and this is incredible because of the fact that we know we've been connecting with the sacred circuit and understanding that that cord that's connected to our counterpart is connected to the sacred circuit. The work that we're doing, it's a magic thread. We have to believe in ourselves. We keep getting this message of belief, belief, belief. And remember, the 9 of Wands, our connection to working with Sagittarius is that positive charge to all the negative situations around us, restoring balance, thus hitting our mark, hitting our aim, and expanding our connection to Jupiter. And you know what? Mercury was just hanging out there with Jupiter, and I was staring at it, and I was thinking, but you know, sometimes, guys, I don't want these readings to be 1,500 hours long, and I feel like I will, you know, they are, and I want you guys to be able to meet here. Okay? I do try to be mindful of time. Oh, and this is all about leadership. We know that. You're no longer the supporting cast. You are the leading man or woman. Take the initiative and lead the way for others to follow. You will be judged by the company you keep and those you admire. Once again, too, guys, if we're just gonna, okay, we've had all these things reflected back to us, and we know that these people that we've been hanging with are a bunch of energy vampires, but we're still gonna continue to hang. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're going to add the positive charge, but now we're going to act. We're going to apply the masculine energy. We're going to heal with force, and we're going to do what we got to do. But somewhere in there, we have to heal with the fact that we've been forced to do something we didn't want to do. There's a connection there. Remember, we're healing through the energy of the opposites. There is a deep connection there. And we go to the core wound, but we're understanding we're a leader, and we're a leader in creating anew with these healed templates of new earth, and they're not victim templates. Every time we try to create a victim template to go back and feed into that space and place, we're going to unravel it and come back and create a new. And no, we're in charge. We're the master of our own universe. We're the master because we're mastering all these arts in order to create with here and expand and build new earth. And when we're in that other space and place, we are food for the, you know, the parasites that are feeding off of us. And we don't want to be food. We want to be in love. So we're going to be in love. This is our connection to the Two of Cups through the Eight of Cups challenge, right? Your relationship with yourself and others needs reassessing. Open up to love others by unblocking negativity. Embrace love without fear. Make it unconditional. And this is a big message for all of us. If there's conditions on your love, it's not the right kind of love, and it's not in alignment. And it's understanding, like, you know what? Some people just get it to the point where they're good with creating with self and going on and surrendering to divine timing. And you know what, guys, is funny? Intuition is here, and I forgot to share the rest of channeled messages because I was a little thrown off with my son being up and putting on his earphones and making sure that he was settled. He's gone now to go and do his thing, as he's a big boy now, and reminding me that he's growing up. They're here. Okay. And there's the rest of the messages, so I guess they're being broken up like this, and there's a reason for this, obviously. Okay, so this was the rest of channel messages. We're getting a wake-up call, and it is from our ancestors through the generations, and it's time for us to break the karmic loop. It's time for us to break the cycle. It is time. The 21st is coming, and 2021 is so near. We can taste it in the air. It's connected to our freedom. Guys, this is about our freedom. But it has something to do with a message from La Luna and surrendering to divine timing. Yeah, you get out of here. You freaking be quiet. Guys, hold on. I don't know. It's just like everything I've picked today has commercials in, and I don't want us to get a copyright infringement. So, let's get back here. Let's get back. Okay. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing if a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego. Be patient and trust universal flow. And this is a big message right now, guys. I can feel it in my bones. We're reweaving a connection here. It has to do with the work we're doing here. We're all connected by a universal sea of energy. This is that divine circuit. All that you think and do will have an effect on the world. Reach out and connect with the world around you through love. And this is what we're realizing. This is what I mean, guys. All you guys, we're understanding it is how we act with the energy, with the masculine, how we expand things here. It does matter. It's not enough just to see it. It's not enough just to know it. We have to act with it. And Sagittarius is here to help us to do so. And guys, if you have to surrender, let go of the internal and external struggles in your life. Give up a fight to control others and situations. Relinquish your needs to be right and surrender to a higher power. Guys, this is our ego thinking that we came here to do this all through self. We're surrendering to a higher power, a pit power bigger than us, a universal flow, a rhythm. That's why it's connected to music, a harmony, and then a power that's bigger than us, source energy, creation, the divine. And then guys, like once we surrender to this, it's like now we're creating with it in our universe. Feel that energy. Feel that. It's like freaking Niagara Falls running through you. I just connected to it. Okay. And yeah, it's freedom. It's freaking freedom. You better believe it. Guys, and one thing I'll never understand, and I really, this place sometimes we got to make it more confusing than it needs to be. Like, you know, having words that we've created that we're not allowed to say so we can punish people that do. But then too, there's that warped and twisted balance that everyone you meet is saying fucking shit, fucking shit, fucking shit. And you have to decipher what the heck is fucking shit mean. And you know, when you know them really well, you do. You can connect with them telepathically. You're like, oh, I know what that meant. Okay, we're flying. We're flying. Because we understand what prosperity is. It's not material items. And oh my God, this chick looks like Taylor Swift. She's manifesting. She's manifesting, guys, and she looks like Taylor Swift. Yeah, because we're manifesting our dreams. We're watching them materialize. We're believing. Guys, we had to clear something out. Like where we didn't feel supported and nurtured for sure. We had to do some healing there, but we had to clear something out of where we forced ourselves to do something and heal with the masculine, and then relearn to nurture ourselves, rewire some stuff, and we're gonna manifest. But we have to believe now. We can't believe from this old space. We have to believe from this new space, and it's connected to Gaia, of course. What's natural? The natural coding. And look, being bold. That's how we're going to hit our mark. That's how we're going to hit our aim. We're going to have courage. Step into courage despite your fears. Be willing to take a risk in order to gain more. Speak your truth, because we're respecting the beauty of our body. And when we do that, we're respecting Mother Earth. And we are remaining connected to nature. And as we do that, we're being protected. We're getting it. We're understanding how to create here. We're seeing it. We're doing it. We're harmonizing with the place. We're on journey. We're on our journey. We're on our journey to take action. We're doing things in a different way. We're taking a new route. We need to start believing that life is an adventure, and we're just taking different routes on this adventure. This is a higher vibe space we're creating in, and it's going to allow us to work more with this energy. Okay. These cards had a lot to say. They had a lot to say. Okay. All right. Well, of course, our ancients and ancestors are going to have a lot to say. I'm feeling a reshuffle. Feeling a deep connection to this card right now. Running through these cards. And there's a reason why surrender is over here. And I want to find out why. There's connection here. And here. It's here. Possessions. Do you need to redefine what you value? What is the cost of your loss? What are some changes that are causing you to feel undervalued? And this is the message. This is connected to all three of our last readings and what we're healing from right now. And it's our possessions and understanding what is important. And our ancestors want us to know this and to surrender to this now. And it's what's natural. It's the earth itself. It's the connection. It's love. It's everything. It's everything reflecting back to us in that mirror that's within, from within to without. Not this material circus that's been created here for us to play in. But really, we're sad because it's lacking connection. It's twisted. It's manipulated our basic needs to steal our energy. But we've taken it back. We've reconnected to what's natural, source energy. And we're loving life. And I almost think, guys, everything happens for a reason. I put this music on today so we could always see where the truth is really. Like, I just love this place because where you're really close to the truth and it doesn't want you to see it, it will try to manipulate it. But, you know, you just stay strong and you know you're that woke ninja and you're going to keep following that. And it's helping to train us. Like, guys, we're getting trained. We're getting trained for our mission work. We're getting trained to achieve our challenges. It's like when we're having our roughest days, we want to, you know, beat ourselves up, blame, get in the blame game, you know, get really angry. But it's just like we are getting help. We can add the positive charge. You know, the 9 of Wands Wounded Warrior card means so much. We are supported even through our deepest, darkest, defining moments. Freaking shit is straight up truth. I feel like many of us are feeling naked and exposed because we're so new. It's like that crab that molts out of the shell and it's so fresh. It's feeling so vulnerable. But guys, there's a message in possessions for us. Let's receive it. Possessions such as wallets, keys, money, jewelry, and even children represent your wants, desires, and attachments that give you a sense of worth. Solar plexus healing. Themes: losing, breaking, damaging, out of reach, acquiring, finding. And that's why we're working with the sacred circuit, because our cord is connected to our solar plexus. Just like an umbilical cord, guys. Where's your belly button? Lost in dreams are generally wallets, ID, cars, children, pets, and other valuables the dreamer considers important. Generally, when you dream of losing something, it suggests you are facing changes in your life that have to do with your status quo. Losing a wallet is not about your loss of the money it holds, which allows you to buy what you need and desire. But it's about a loss of your identity and efforts in the form of licenses, credit cards, and general ID cards. Being unable to find the wallet symbolizes the dreamer's need to recapture part of the old identity, but also create a new one. More effort will be required to fill a new wallet with new lifestyle choices. And guys, there's so many messages that our ancients and ancestors are trying to speak to us through this message of dreams right now. This is very massive. This is very big, and how we're gonna move forth now in creating and building new earth. And this is solar eclipse energy. It's written all over it. Another possible meaning is to pay attention to your valuables, including your relationships, and be in tune with what's going on around you. The saying, "you don't appreciate what you've got until it's gone," is appropriate in its context. Don't lose what's important to you. And this is so true within the twin flame connection all the time when you're in separation. It's like that person has to be in separation to understand what life is like without you. And just because you're in separation doesn't mean that you're not connected. This is once again too connected to this cord. What does this cord do, right? It nurtures you, it feeds you. If you dream of losing a child, a house, or something else you value. Consider what those things represent. A child may represent unconditional love or lost innocence, simplicity, fun, or new projects, new dreams or goals. A house might be a symbol of comfort and security. A car could mean your drive and ambition to go places. Guys, I used to always dream about driving, and then my car would always go out of control. And I'd start flying. I love dreaming about flying. Okay, dreaming of money represents an exchange of value. It does not always represent actual money in your life, but the things you put great importance on, such as spending time with loved ones. Banknotes also stand for power, success, opportunity, independence, and security. The dream could also be alerting you to cost. What's costing you at the moment? What is the cost of your actions? And there's the connection. There's the message. Depending on your dream, money is asking you to redefine your values, because the economy of New Earth, it's not built off of the monetary system here. It's not the same values. It's not the same principles of old Earth. We know this, right? Winning a lottery is a symbol of a lifelong dream. It is a windfall and a wish fulfillment to get out of survival mode. And that's why if we're going to try to manifest winning the lottery, we're not in lack of right there. We're not going to win the lottery because we're in lack of. We're going to win the lottery because we're already in fulfillment. We've already won. We've already won. Okay? We've already won. Jewelry treasures represent qualities in yourself, and give the time delay. Don't be like you've already won and then nothing happened. Give it the time delay. Start manifesting small and work your way up. Jewelry, well, and then to know what you're feeding into, right, guys? Our intentions of what we're feeding into, it's like, do you want to feed into the lottery? Is that something you want to feed into? Who are you feeding into? Always be mindful of who you're feeding into, because once you enter that flow with them, then they can feed from you. And it's just like, you were just mindful of this with our energy, and then we can heal with our energy all the time. We can heal with what's happening here. We can always heal. And if we're just we can always heal. We need to be reminded we can always heal. Okay? It's never too late for healing. So, jewelry treasures represent qualities in yourself that are considered favorable and worthwhile by others. Losing these mean that you've neglected or repressed these parts of yourself. Look at your present lifestyle and consider making some positive changes that will make you feel more valuable. So guys, this is about our worth. We're going to heal our sacral chakra, solar plexus, recalibration to the root, earth star, because we know this is happening through the earth. And remember too, and then there's going to be a recalibration to the heart, the throat. We're gonna have amped up visions through the third eye, and we're gonna, of course, be receiving codes through the crown. This is going to be a very active time of transformation. We're really going to be amping up the building of New Earth. But it is connected to healing with our instincts. What does the house or the room of the house represent to you? What state are you in? Are you in an order or a mess? So this is working with Virgo now to work with our new patterning. Still some of our old, right? We're shape-shifting and our building work of going from old to new. But we're going to start organizing things, guys. We're going to really start organizing things, and that is working with the earth. But everything has to do with the message of freedom. Do you feel free or satisfied? Is your situation making you feel caged or unhindered? Would you like to take some new risks? Remember, this is about our courage to take risks. But they're calculated risks. That is Sagittarius. Okay? All right. Saturn returns. We're going to use our experience now to hit our mark, to hit our aim. And it's connected to this 2 of Cups, 8 of Cups challenge. We're going to work with La Luna. This is our connection to the moon in the tarot. And this has to do with how we nurture ourselves. So we're amping up our game with how we nurture thyself. And that's really going to allow us to work with the 13 spheres of knowledge. The 11th house, friends. This is working with people of New Earth. Yep, Earth, because we're healing with force, because we're seeing the other side of the coin. And Scorpio is here. So we are having our beginning, guys. It's official. We're having our ending to begin again. The 2nd house is here. We're seeing the flip side of the coin. We're expanding. Look, our ancients want us to see something. And they want us to see something they've always wanted us to see. And this is going to be big. This is connected to the 21st and ushering in 2021. Because we've done so much work to heal with the masculine, with our force, and how we apply force here. How does the force work? The energy work with the feminine, the matter. How is it all happening here? Through patterning. That we came here to shift, guys. That we came here to rip apart, repair, and create and apply. We're applying it now to build it and create a new. This is big. And it has to do with partnerships and Scorpio, our transformation from the South Node. Because we balanced out our karmic scales. We went from the south to the north. And this was all the work that Mars was doing in the sky. Remember, from the heavens to the earth through us, we shall expand. From the macrocosm to the microcosm. And now it's time for this message. We're going to close out with the Animals Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. And guys, after this, there's going to be a little bonus reading at the end. Just a bonus message from La Luna. Observation. And it's connected to goat, reliability. And Raven, what happened between Mars and Venus over the past year? And guys, we spent a lot of time with Mars and Venus here at the channel, and this was the card that we received from Spirit to represent their communication. And this is what was happening between La Luna, Venus, and Mars. To get everything in alignment for what is happening right now. It's connected to us being able to rely on the earth. And there's a deep connection here. Because we've created now love from fear. We've applied the proper patterning. This was the patterning of old earth, and this is where we were going. We came in, mission work. Now we've come full circle to channeled messages in the beginning. Mission work was to repair and fix and now apply the patterning to get here again. Remember, what we're doing, it's connected to the dawns of time, the past, and healing from the past, and the future, but we're doing it through the present moment. And it's everything here. This is the 2 of Cups in this oracle. And we've done this. We've created this. Let's receive these messages. Peregrine Falcon. Observation. Take a step back and simply observe a situation. Listen and watch before you decide on a course of action, as acting rashly will not serve you in your current situation. You are being supported by powerful forces. Do not fear, you're protected. So another message of protection as well as the flame. We're working with fire, Sagittarius season. This is the flame. The eye of Horus is shaped exactly that as of the falcon, even down to the drooped teardrops shaped at the end. A sign of an all-seeing royalty, benevolent protection, and supreme power and unity. This magical symbol is used today in spells for home and personal protection. They really want us to know that we're being protected, and there's a powerful influence and connection to Egypt. And we know this animal is the fastest animal on Earth with diving speeds of up to 350 kilometers an hour. They are watchful for movements. When they see what they want, they take off silent and compact, and their flight path is as sharp as a blade. And that's what's happening right now with Sagittarius season. Because of all of this work that we're doing, we're going to be so precise. That's how we're going to hit our mark and hit our aim. The magic of the peregrine is one of protection. The energy is one of an all-seeing observer and protector on high. Work with the peregrine magic when you need some powerful safeguarding or support. The other element about working with the peregrine energy is to be wise and observational. When you need to make a decision about a situation, have more information about it. This animal will do so, and this is our connection to the High Priestess. This is what we're doing here. We're going to be in pause mode. We're going to analyze all the information, and then we're going to decide how we're moving forth. Goat, reliability. Is your world reliable? Can you be counted upon? Make your way successfully step by step. Steady as she goes. Nourish yourself. We should climb mountains, not carry mountains. Amen. That's it. This is the time we're in. We're understanding this. This is how we've healed with the Five of Swords charge within the mind that's connected to the Five of Wands. And it's going to allow us to have our rebirth of our center with that Three of Swords. We just get it. We've surrendered to it. We cannot be sure what kind of goats pulled. Oh, this is connected to the Chariot. This is connected to the goats that pulled the god Thor's chariot. Wow. In the 13th century. Thor and Loki were once traveling together for the purpose of troll hunting. They were traveling upon the chariot pulled by two of Thor's ferocious goats. The day drew to a close end, and the two gods sought shelter at a farmhouse. The peasant family who lived there was shocked to see the two gods, but obviously welcomed them into their humble abode. The goats were magical and were able to be killed for food by Thor's hammer, and then a dog the next day would return to living by the blessing of the same hammer. There's a message here. So Thor always had a reliable food source with him. He told the peasants they could share the meal of the magical goats, but they were not to split the bones in any way, as the bones were needed to be unharmed so the goats could successfully regenerate at first light. The humans agreed to this and enjoyed the meal provided by Thor. There's something here, because this is going to help us sustain and nourish us and feed us. And it's not going to be depleted. It's not going to go without. This is like filling the well, filling the cup, the energy of the Taurus. And it's not depleting us, like not that cup that we're going to drink from, that the devil's offering that's connected to the Five of Cups, that's going to eventually be gone. We're going to need to find some more, and it's going to be gone again, and we're going to need to find some more. Oh, here we go. This is where the story, the message is. But the son of the farmer could not resist secretly cracking one of the leg bones open to suck out some of the delicious marrow, some of the best eating of the goat that could be had. Sorry, let me put my vegan mouth away. Dawn came and Thor laid all the bones upon the skins so they could reassemble magically into the living. However, Thor noticed one of the goats had a lame leg. Thor became very angry knowing that someone had cracked one of the leg bones when they had given their word to the contrary. So, frightened by the god's anger, the son admitted guilt and offered himself and his sister to the god as servants. Thor quieted his anger and agreed, but this is how one of Thor's goats became lame but still remained powerful and steady. Wow. Guys, I did not know any of this. But this is a big metaphor and message, and it's just like that apple, you know, that apple that from the Garden of Eden that wasn't supposed to be eaten. It's just like this is connected to that overindulgence, the message of overindulgence, the cup, and the creation of the patterning of separateness. And like in the Three of Cups, when we've healed from this, we've restored connection because we get this. It's just like overindulgence is going to make us sick. It has made us sick. We don't want to suffer anymore. It's like part of that loop that feeds the cycle. It's like, you know, we're overindulging because we need to feel happy again, but then it's depleting us and it's taking from us, and then we need to feed from that space again. But, you know, we're moving forth with a different story. We're moving forth with a different template. We're going this space, and we've been over here, and it's just like we don't need to watch how that patterning plays out anymore. We're going and we're shifting this way because this is what we're actually officially doing, and it's beautiful and it's spectacular. Love, light, and healing energy sent your way to create with today, guys. I look forward to seeing you again next time when we expand off the 13 spheres of knowledge with the masculine. Take care, everybody.